Our definition, a business owner should really actually get paid three ways. The first way is the job you have in your company. The second way you get paid is the net profit. But more than 90% don't get paid the third way, which is the exit. Because if they don't sell it for anything, you can get paid that third way. And that's actually, of the three ways, the biggest payoff. So if you have a business, the idea is the business becomes an asset that you can sell one day, provides the money you need for that retirement life, that comfortable retirement life, whatever that looks like. Sadly enough, and we'll get into it on another slide, the vast majority of businesses fail. They either close or go bankrupt, which means that most people trying to prepare for retirement, it doesn't happen. They end up closing or selling the business for next to nothing. Again, we'll get into that in another slide. For an ROI, so return on investment on your time and money invest in that business. So for many people, they start a business, they invest money, whether they start one or buy one, by the way. They invest a bunch of money maybe, but everybody invests that sweat equity. If you're not gonna make a profit after a fair market owner's wage, then really you just bought a stressful job. Our definition, a business owner should really actually get paid three ways. The first way is the job you have in your company. Whatever fair market wage is for the job you do in your business, you should make that. The second way you get paid is the net profit. So that profit comes after paying that fair market wage and your expenses. And then the third way you get paid, and this is where more than 90% don't, and I'll cover this on the next slide, but more than 90% don't get paid the third way, which is the exit. When you go to exit, what's it worth? Because if they don't sell it for anything, you can get paid that third way. And that's actually, of the three ways, the biggest payoff. There is an actual opportunity, right? How can you cash in? It's kind of like if you have a great property, same thing with a business. When you have a business that's actually profitable after that fair market wage you pay, after you've paid yourself a fair wage for the job you do in your business, that's where the profit sits. So many people think their business makes a profit, yet they don't realize they're just counting their own wage as profit. And it's not a profit, it's just a wage. Because if you got to step away and somebody has to do your job, you got to pay that person a wage. The opportunity for everybody is, if you build a business that's profitable after a fair market wage and you systemize that business, then the person walking into that business, it's like lakefront property. If you can associate the labor directly to the transaction, then it should be a cost of goods because you're buying that hour and you're selling it. And if you can build that system now, what's the benefit to you before you sell? Goodwill is that profit part, that 150 grand or that 100 grand in my example, times a multiplier. If you have a business that's like a guy with truck and toolkit, like I have a screwdriver, a hammer, a truck, and a toolkit, at the most, you're gonna get a 1 times multiple. Nobody's gonna pay you more than that profit for 1 year. Trying to get to 5, people will pay 5 times profit if it's predictable profit and it's systemized.